Hello, my United friends. This one is TV My United TV. We are here today to bring you the latest news about Manchester United. Manchester United boss will be Eric Ten Hag. Don't come out they tell us say he don't get another goalkeeper wey go replace our first choice now will be David De Gea. And this goalkeeper now from Everton and also is England goalkeeper and he dey play for Everton. His name is Jordan Pickford, and Man U want to sign this Everton goalkeeper will be Jordan Pickford to replace our first choice currently will be David De Gea. And David De Gea they play for Man U now and is one of the highest earners for Manchester United. He earns £375,000 a week in the club and now reduced to £270,000 because of the clause on their contract that said that if Man U could not qualify for Champions League, they will slash their salaries by 25%, including him and Ronaldo. Ronaldo earns £385,000 a week, slashed to £300,000 a week now, and David De Gea cut down to £270,000 because of the Champions League clause on their contract. And both of them are one of the highest earner for Manchester United. Also, the salary is the reason also Man U released about four players immediately the season ended last season. Immediately it ended last season, and with those players are players like Edison Cavani, Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, and also Jesse Lingard. Man U released those four players according to Metro Sport that is the reason why they released those four players because they have high wages from Manchester United. And Manchester United, after releasing the amount they paid, they used in paying wages to players. Well, last weekend, they come out to realize that Man U spent about £384 million to pay wages to players, and this one is the highest in English Premier League. Our goalkeeper, will be David De Gea, is one of the highest earner for Manchester United now and is not giving us best performance according to our coach Eric Ten Hag, and he no longer get confidence in him. So he want to sign this Everton goalkeeper, will be Jordan Pickford, and he want to bring him in immediately the transfer market come back again. And if we succeed in signing him, he become the first choice goalkeeper for Manchester United. Former Manchester United midfielder will be Nemanja Matic, wey don join Roma after Man U release him last season. He now come out dey defend our current captain and defender wey be Harry Maguire. He tok say the kind of treatment they give Harry Maguire in Manchester United is not good for the player, and he also describe it as a disaster for the club. And also the way our former captain wey be Roy Keane used to criticize Maguire, say e no good at all, and he describe it as a disaster to the club. Say the fans always boo Maguire. Even last season, almost about a year ago, say that is how dem be treating Maguire. Matic played with Maguire for about 3 years before he now joined Roma and united with his former coach that signed him for Manchester United and as for Chelsea as well. And Matic played about 375 times for both Man U and Chelsea before now joining Roma. And they don't come out and they criticize our former captain will be Roy Keane. And they tell Roy Keane say the kind of football where they play the time he used to play say is different now. That football has changed. It's no longer the same way they play their days. Say during his days, the way he performs, the way he plays, some of the things he does in the pitch that time, if you do it now, you will collect red card. In fact, the FA might even suspend you because we no longer play like that this time. That football has changed. That he should stop criticizing Harry Maguire. That Harry Maguire is good, and they also say that some of those people writing on social media criticizing Harry Maguire is because they don't have life of their own. So they just go about writing bad things about others. And that one is not good at all. They should concentrate on their own lives and Netherlands coach wey be Louis van Gaal, e don come out now dey talk say e wan convert our left back wey be Malaysia to become central back, and e want to convert this our left back wey be Malaysia to become central back in the World Cup. Why? Because Martins wey dey for the country wey suppose play that central back in the World Cup wey dey come for Qatar 2022, say e don get injury, and so he say he try him in the central back to know how well he will do and how well he will perform. So because that is the position he want to use him in the World Cup when the World Cup comes. Because the player they used to play in that central back will be Martin, say he don't get injury. And he also discuss with our left back will be Malaysia before that match, and he told him that he will try him there and see how he performed to know if he can use him in that position in the World Cup that is coming. And also, he told us that after that match, our left back will be Malaysia really perform in the central back, and he want to be using him in the central back. With that, is I don't have any problem he trying to use him in another position, but I wouldn't want a situation whereby using him in the central back will come affect him in Manchester United, because we already have two wonderful central backs in the person of Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. And also, we don't have any other option in that left back that Malaysia plays, and we don't want any issue at all. And we don't want a situation whereby if he proceed in converting him now in the central to play at the central back, he will now have problem returning to Man U and be playing at the left back again.